Hey, how's it going, guys? What is up? Sora's back another weapon sub weapon ticket video. What do I call this? I don't know. What do I call this? Yeah, 5th birthday weapon ticket video. Okay, there you go. I guess it's kind of worth talking about it a little bit. It's not gonna be long, honestly, because if you ask me, right? Because number one, you have to keep in mind, this thing, you can trade. This window will be around until next year. Okay? This thing will be until next year. You know why? I feel like this thing is, you probably only want to exchange it next year. Because, yeah, it's like you only grab this when you're lacking of something, right? But seeing how they allow you to do it until next year, I wouldn't really grab anything until next year. But okay, so to put it simply, right, because they give you like Magna 2. First they give you Magna 2, Zeno, this tier 2 stuff. Yeah, and then you get this Athena tier stuff, and then you get the Bunkle stuff, and then you get Fembull and Cerberus. So, okay, one thing's for certain, right? If you really want to grab something, excuse me, the highest priority I would say is probably Fembull, or if you still want Cerberus gun as your Hades grid. I don't think people use that a lot these days. You can still do that, but Fembull is still kind of like the priority because this thing is coming back only like end of this year, which is still pretty damn long. It's like end of this year, so you won't be seeing this for a really long time, right? So I feel like that's actually like worth the weapon that is worth grabbing like right now. But besides that, Bunkles you don't even really need it unless you're using like primals, mostly primals. Yeah, you only use it for primals, and just farm that, man. You don't even need a lot of these in your grid in the first place. And then all these weapons, it's pretty shit in today's standards, unless the only one's not shit is Athena Spear, but it's not that hard to farm. You don't really need that many now. Plus, it costs a lot cheaper now in the pendant shop, isn't it? They just updated it a while ago, like this morning. Evening. Yeah, this evening. Then these other tier 1 stuff, like this Ancient X thing, it's not hard to get, man. It's just take time, but if you really want to use this ticket, right? If you really want to use this ticket and you're somehow considering this, something's wrong with you, man. If you really want to use this ticket, right, you can only pick one. I would really suggest you to either pick the Zeno weapons or the Magna 2 weapons for that matter. Like, why would you want to pick tier 1 weapons, man? Seriously, like, why? It's like such a huge waste, man. Just don't. Just don't. Just freaking don't. Okay. Okay. Magna 2 wise though, if you really want like a little bit extra bump of power level, they will definitely help you, especially when you have like none of them. So the ones that you would probably consider is not fire, because fire is absolute garbage. Water, yes. Harp is one definitely going to help you. X, one definitely helps you. Katata, nope. If you want to go for Earth, right, just get X. Don't bother with Katana because it's exactly the same as Yugu's sword. Even at full limit break, it's exactly the same as the full limit break Yugu's sword, just with extra HP and counter thing. X is way better in terms of that regard, okay? And then, obviously Wind, you'll just go for Harp. The other two is just absolute garbage, just don't fucking bother. For Light, you go for Bow. Other two, Dagger maybe, but not so much. Bow is more important. The other two, I wouldn't really prioritize on that. Avatar, probably this is another one maybe people will go for because it's really a bitch to freaking farm the entire grid, right? I can totally understand that. So if you're planning to go for it, it's either the staff or the gun. Choose one. But in my opinion, I think you probably want to choose the gun. If you're planning to go for a full avatar grid, you would go for the gun, because by the time you're filling up, like grinding and farming all for your guns, I'm pretty sure you'll probably be done with your staff, because you only need 2 at most, right? So there you have it. Zeno wise, if you have not gotten a single Zeno yet, if you have not gotten a single one yet, do not touch the win one, because we'll be getting it very soon. This month we'll be getting a new weapon as well, which is a fist, and then this is obviously in the shop as well, so just farm for that. And if I recall correctly, Ifrit is in there as well, right, chat? Right? It's Ifrit, right? Because I can't remember. Brain is dying right now. Okay, thank you. So don't bother with fire as well, okay? So just don't bother with fire, because we're gonna get both wind and fire in the same time, but it's probably gonna last for like more than a week, I think, or something like that. I think like 8 days or some shit. I can't remember. I'm thinking it out of my head right now. So I mean, honestly, like Zeno weapons, you should really just aim for just one maxed out. If you really do not have enough time to actually max out one weapon, like say the wind one, I guess you can go get the fire one if you have like none yet. I guess you can, but I really highly suggest you do that. If you really want to get that and you have no Zenos yet, you would probably either pick water or earth, or light or dark. Yeah, but I would, if you ask me, right, I would consider either dark or light, because dark or light has a very good, you will use either or this in either both your grid or main hand, right? Staff, not so much. This, not so much. Because they're only showing here one of the weapons too, because Zeno, Vohu, and Ifrit, both fire and earth, already has 2 weapons, which is for earth he has a sword, for fire he has the katana, right? So the second weapons are not here. The second weapons are pretty damn good too, especially for earth. But because it's not here, nah, just ignore that. So if you really want, I guess you can go for either of those, but nah, not really that great. So yeah, just keep that in mind for Zeno stuff. If you really have no time to farm for some reason, then just get one of them, I suppose. But I highly suggest you try to get one of the Magna 2s more, because yeah, number one, it's a little bit hard to farm for Magna 2. It's totally understandable. It definitely helps you in the long run, especially when you have not gotten a single Magna 2 weapon for that specific grid, like the ones I mentioned a while ago. It will definitely help you, at least one of them. And so just consider that Magna 2 weapons or Zeno if you really think, but I honestly think Magna 2 is way better. Or like the one I said in the beginning, Femble is one. If you're planning to build a Varuna grid, having 1 or 2 is definitely like the way to go these days for Varuna either way, because we're still waiting for Europa's Spear to full limit break either way, because that's probably going to be taking over Fenbull anyway, right? So, and not to mention, this only comes back only end of the year this year, and it has only 1 run every single year. So yeah, it's gonna be a long time before you can get it. If you can't wait, then yeah, you can get that. Else, just get Magna 2, man. I feel like Magna 2 is like the best buck right now. But I feel like, because another thing is that maybe it's a little bit easier to get Magna 2 weapons now, because they increase the drop or whatever stuff, like in the today's patch. You can kind of consider Zeno 2 if you think about it that way, but honestly, end of the day is really up to you. For me, if you ask me, right, just wait until next year, man. Just wait until like near the end of the trading period, and then just trade in whatever you do not have yet at that time. Simple, right? I mean, I feel like in that 1 year alone, You can finish Magna 2 fairly easy. If you grind quite a bit, I'm pretty sure you can, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's really it. I don't think there's really much else for me to say about the special weapon anniversary weapon ticket. So, yeah, hopefully you guys find this helpful, and thanks, and I'll see you guys on the next video or on stream. Pepega, make sure you leave Pepega in the comments below, and hit that like and subscribe. Pepega, okay, Pepega out.